right. Well, I am very, very excited to be here in the secret location of the Melvins studio, in the lion's den, as it were. And I'm here with Buzz, Dale, and Steve. Guys, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to be with us here.
Welcome to our underground bunker.
This is
a secret location that nobody knows.
I know, and we won't reveal the location, but
Just outside of Monrovia.
and Christina might pan around just a little bit without revealing where we're at. But this is a nice, tight spot. You can sense the creative juices here, all these posters. Buzz, tell me a little bit, if you can, if it's not top secret, about who is responsible for the interior design here.
Oh, kind of all of us, but most of the stuff's mine.
Okay.
You know? We built this place out when we moved in here 3.5 years ago.
Nice.
With Toshi, so
Nice, cool.
I wanted to look at something other than raw drywall.
All right, yeah. A lot of vintage posters inspiring up there. Yeah, definitely.
I love movies and other things,
Yeah.
like the Rolling Stones at Altamont.
Okay.
Now that nothing says the '60s more than that to me.
It's a good concert and movie.
I mean,
Okay.
the death of the '60s, like the.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, tell you two. Tell me about your opinion on Buzz's aesthetic choices here. Are you feeling it as well?
Yeah,
Dan?
you got the Fat City poster over there, which it was funny because before Steven really came over to hang out, I was telling him like, yeah, Buzz is really into these kind of weird, obscure '70s movies, and he goes, oh, like what, like Fat City? And I'm like, yeah, exactly. That's exactly the movie I was thinking of.
There we go.
Fat City, and then
That's kind of crazy, right? I mean, like that's like winning the lottery almost, coming up with that number.
yeah.
Well, now that we got that out of the way, that's the big elephant in the room. I just wanted to comment on that. But you guys got a lot of big things. Very exciting time for the Melvins. And I had the pleasure of seeing you guys about a month ago with Sleep. And it was a crazy couple shows sold out. You were there with Sleep. A lot of other people that we saw at those shows. What was that like for you guys? Maybe I'll start with you, Dan.
Fun.
Fun?
Yeah, fun. Good times, yes. We're friends with those guys. We've known them for a long time. I played in a band with Al from Sleep for a while, so it was nice to see and hang out with those guys. And yeah, it was called Awake. Yes. No. And yeah, hopefully we do it again. We kind of talked to them like, oh, we should do more than 2 shows next time.
Well, I know they sold out quick, and I was in line and got a chance to talk to fans there. And not to diss Matt Pike and the guys in Sleep, because they're awesome, but to be totally honest, based on word on the street, a lot of the people that were in line were pretty much there just to see you guys. Even
I mean, maybe that's true, but before Sleep broke up, they were opening for us. Now we're opening for them, so there you go. Do the math.
full circle thing. Yeah. It was very cool. Steve, what was it like for you being up on stage? You're a busy guy. I've been playing with Off and Melvin's, of course, but fun show for you?
Yeah. Well, the real truth is there were probably more people there to see me than Melvins or Sleep put
That's
together.
the real truth. Yeah,
That was the real word on the street.
Steve,
Throw up your picture. That was it. Just throw up your picture online.
I saw a lot of bootleg Steve McDonald shirts outside, so that might be an indication, along with the hot dog vendors and stuff.
Actually, I did get a bootleg. I was excited about that. There was a bootleg shirt floating around for the Sleep Melvins, and I was included in the picture of the Melvins. So.
It's on the back of it, right? Was that the?
It was Steve McDonald bootleg shirts. It's not a lie.
No. But seriously, folks, I had fun. It was good. The Fonda's a neat theater. Yeah. It's fun to play. And yeah, it was great. I'd never played with Sleep. They're really nice guys. Yeah. So it was fun.
Yeah, I saw
Group's
Danger
great.
Aaron from Jackass. He was doing some videography, and got a chance to chat with him too. So, did you get a chance to hang out with Aaron at all?
Oh, I didn't.
Well,
Did
yeah,
you?
Well, yes, well, a little bit.
Did
But
I?
I mean, we've known Aaron for a long time.
Oh,
So,
okay.
and I know that he was really excited that we were playing together with those guys and made the trip down. He lives in Portland.
Yeah.
So he came down, hung out, filmed it.
Yeah,
It was
he
fun.
was there with Rick Kosick as well, the guy that used to do video and photography. And when I talked to Aaron outside of the venue, we were talking about you, Buzz, and he actually busted out with his Instagram, his phone, and he was like, 20 years ago this week, I met Buzz, and he had a photo of you guys from like '96 or something like that. And so he was personally very excited. So you guys go way back, right?
We do, yeah.
It appears,
Yeah.
at least in photographic evidence. So.
Well, you know what you can do with photographs now. So.
A hole in one, and he was saved by his phone ringing. But maybe there's a story there, actually.
I was with Aaron when he got his very first hole-in-one, not too long ago.
Really?
Yeah, he's been playing for a long time.
Did you get another one since?
No.
So
He's due. He's due.
Well, Buzz is the good luck charm. Buzz has to be there for it to happen. Yeah.
You have to play a lot of golf to get hole-in-ones. Dale hasn't got one. Steven never plays, so he's never gotten one.
Again, back to the theme of how busy you've been. Really big news this spring came out with the Crystal Fairies album, and there was a lot of really great hype about that. And unfortunately, some logistical things I think came up, and the tour was delayed or shelved. But I wanted to ask you a little bit more for folks out there that were really feeling the Crystal Fairy release. Any prospects for a proper tour at some point in the future, or where do things stand right now, Buzz?
Nothing in the future that we know of, but you never know what's going to happen. Stranger things have happened. So I would like to, but it just remains to be seen.
Okay, sounds good. And you echo that, Dale, being involved in.
Well, I guess I have to, don't I? I mean, I could take the band on tour myself, I guess. You know, sure. Dale Crover's Crystal Fairy. I can see it happening. Sure.
Crystal Dale.
Yeah. Dale Fairy, whatever you want.
Dale Ferry, I like it.
Crystal Dale Fairy, I think. But you know,
But you enjoyed playing with Terry and Omar. I mean, just the process of recording that album. It got some critical reviews.
we really liked that record. We were really happy with it, and it was fun to do. Fun to write songs with those guys. And, yeah.
Well, for folks that might be bummed about the lack of the tour, there are some really exciting things on the horizon for Melvins fans out there. We've been informed that, and we are validating it in essence by being here in the studio today, that you guys are sort of in the process of working on new material, and there is some tentative plans this summer, I guess, late spring into summer, for a full, proper new Melvins release and big tour. Maybe you can give us some hints, Buzz, about what fans can expect.
Well, if you expect nothing, you can be pleasantly surprised. That's the best thing.
I like that. Okay.
Yeah, we're actually doing a double album, so
Wow. Okay.
finishing it up right now. You always have to get them done way before they come out. So by the time they come out, you're over it.
Then you can, and then you don't even want to play it live at that point, or no? You still.
Live, but the record, you know, I've always said that I can listen to the records until they come out, and by then, I'm pretty much done. I've moved on.
Do you guys? I'm not totally familiar with whether you're doing it, but certainly it's a bigger trend. Bands going back and playing full albums in their discography. It's been kind of a popular thing, and I've actually enjoyed it as a fan because certain artists that we've interviewed have talked about how there's certain studio songs that maybe a band put out 20, 30 years ago that they've never played live, and so.
They haven't played at all.
Yeah,
And
never,
you know,
yeah.
the first band I saw do that, who I think probably came up with the idea, was Cheap Trick.
Okay. Yeah.
And I saw them play their very first record, and they did 3 nights in San Francisco, and I kicked myself for not going the other 2 nights because they were so good. They were great.
And as a fan, it's a great incentive if they're doing multiple albums back to back. You sort of want to go to all of the shows, in essence.
Yeah, it was a cool idea. And I know there's lots of those songs that they never played live. We did a tour where we actually played 5 different records, and we over 2 nights. So.
Play a record, take a break, play another record, and that was the end of the show.
Houdini, Stoner Witch, Eggnog, Lysol, and Bullhead.
Okay.
So all those records, you know, and you know, it kind of started with the ATP Festival asking us to do Houdini, and we were happy that they didn't ask us to do like the first record with 18 nightmarish calculus problems on it that we would have to go back and try to figure out what the hell we're doing.
Yeah.
So, but yeah.
Cool. Very good.
But you never know, you know. You throw enough money in front of us, and we'll learn anything you want.
Hey, you know.
We
Yeah.
didn't say we were going to play them good. We just said we were going to play them.
Just plow through them. Yeah. Well, speaking of, again, you're kind of the repertoire of past albums. What's your take on some of the new material? I mean, if you can give us a little sneak peek
Our new material?
off the new double album.
It's different.
Different.
Yeah, I think I really like it. I mean, we did a lot of messing around with different drum sounds and
Are you guys bringing in any is it a tight threesome on this one? I know in the past you brought in you know, double drummers and things like that, right?
there's a few guest stars on it for sure.
Okay, cool. So some things we won't, pretty tight lips, so we won't anything we can.
This is mostly us 3.
Okay.
There's little tiny bits of things here and there, but nothing extraordinary. Not like our last record, we had 6 different bass players. You know?
Cool. Well, that's good to know for all the purist fans out there that this is an essential, just sort of at its core, a pure Melvins album. And for you, Steve, being involved in these recordings, what's your take on the new material, Ben?
It's great. You know, I'm just it's like I always is with Buzz and Dale. I'm just trying to keep up with them.
Okay.
They're very productive people.
Yeah.
His bass playing's fantastic on it. It's great. Really, it makes it different.
Yeah.
You know? The thing with us, when we've played with so many different people, we always let them add their own thing, and it gives it a different flavor.
What I love about you guys is your sort of, I don't know if you'd call it an open door policy, but a very accessible, collaborative spirit. I mean, through the years, different people you've played with and been flexible and adaptable with. And I think that's really brought a lot of interesting sounds to your work.
Revolving door policy.
Revolving door, okay. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, in, one out. You gotta, there's always the out.
More of an escalator.
Well, that's good. It keeps the water circulating. Things don't get stagnant. Cool. Well, guys, on that topic, I mean, again, here we are in the studio, and this is kind of like sacred ground zero. I wanted to ask you guys about sort of the creative process, and I know that can be a cliched question, but in terms of how you come together creatively, what does that look like for you in terms of both writing up lyrics as well as the instrumentation? Do you start with a guitar lick, a percussive element, and then you throw lyrics on top of it?
Usually Buzz will come in with a guitar riff or something, listen to his phone, see what he recorded, and then we'll work on it from there and work out songs. Sometimes he has almost the whole thing finished. Sometimes he just has a riff, and we'll work on it. And
Usually pretty fast, though.
yes,
Yeah.
Very quickly.
So you have to recreate it, sort of. Yeah, you're like,
I mean, unless we're stuck with some part, we usually finish the song, get it to where we know it, and then record it.
yeah, cool. And then the lyricism on top of that, typically.
Yeah, the lyrics come second, but I write down all kinds of things all the time. I'm a list maker.
Okay. Nice.
I write down stuff all the time.
Yeah. Do you carry around a little journal in your pocket or
Not
anything
in my
like
pocket, but I have something I can write, or I can just, type myself a message on the phone.
Everybody's got an iPhone now. Who needs a journal anymore? Everybody's got one.
that? The Notes app, definitely.
That's what I use. That's what I use.
21st century stuff.
You got to take into consideration we've done a massive amount of recording. It's like, it's a lot different than it was when we first started. And why wouldn't it be? It's like, I would be severely bored doing it the way we've always done it.
Yeah. Well, in some respects, with the use of technology and being able to, I mean, back then you had a 4-track, or you had probably cassette to record things and recreate, but it is easier in some respects, right?
Right. And it's, things are certainly way cheaper than they used to be.
Yeah.
You don't have to spend $300 on a roll of tape just to record for 15 minutes. It's way easier to do stuff now.
It's the high definition vinyl. That's what we're doing now. HD vinyl.
Well, the thing about now as compared to like 20 years ago or 30 years ago is that the pressure's off.
Yeah.
We're not under time constraints, though we still it doesn't mean that we sit around for 6 months diddling, trying to do something. We still record the same way. It's just that now we're not under the gun and not on the clock, and so
That's a really good
it makes it
point.
way more
More
relaxed.
time to think about stuff.
Yeah. Well, and it fosters a little more space for creativity in the sense of not looking at your watch.
We don't have to worry about the other stuff. That's all gone, so that makes it wide open for
But
creativity.
it also means that you have to be self-disciplined, and I think a lot of musicians aren't, but these guys are.
Yeah. So for
Definitely
you,
are.
And you're no slack when it comes to your repertoire. Red Cross, a bunch of bands, right? That
I
you've
guess, yeah.
I've read your Wikipedia page.
Thanks.
There's some good stuff on there.
No, it's not that it's bad stuff, but I don't think it's very prolific. And these guys,
Like sustainable in the
these people. I mean, these people.
we're getting all us versus them here, Steve. I don't know, but yeah.
These.
They come down.
But tell me more about that, man, because being one of the newer members of the band, you have a unique.
the newest member.
You are objectively. There's no way to sugarcoat that. Yeah, and coming in, and these guys have been working together since what, 83, 84?
Yeah.
Quite a while back.
With Dale.
Okay, yeah. So, as the new kid on the block,
Yeah.
you're sort of contrasting this experience with other bands you've played with through the years and learning some important lessons, perhaps.
Sure.
Okay. I should have asked an open. Rule number 1: never ask a close-ended question that somebody can say yes or no to. That should have been. Tell me more about the way in which this is different from prior.
Yeah, but I was just kind of thinking about all the ways I school them. Because technically I started in 78, so I've got 5 years on top of 3-4 years, at least maybe.
You're looking good, man. I did.
Guitar in 78. I didn't even play guitar. I didn't even play guitar in 78.
So and you, Dale, were you hitting the skins?
I think, pretty close, probably, yeah. Yeah.
We learned something important about Steve tonight,
Yeah,
which
no,
is he's
but
a.
I'm kidding about that. I don't. That's not how I roll. I learn a lot from these guys.
But back to the. Yeah, yeah, exactly
Well, I
what.
think that's the point I was making about being disciplined. I think that's a major because it's the whole thing about nowadays about the freedom that Dale was describing with recording about technology and what it's offered artists. It's great, but it's also overwhelming for a lot of artists that don't have that structure that's imposed by limitations.
Correct.
And because most musicians, I mean, myself included, are all fucking like attention deficit, whatever, undiagnosed nightmares.
And you need a
That's
little.
why we're musicians.
You need a little bit of a sandbox or a containment around that energy. Is that kind of what I'm hearing, just to keep it focused?
I don't know if you need. I mean, that's sort of my observation. That's my take on what I think for many people. When I think about my other bands and trying to inspire them to get creative and having a hard time, it's like kitten herding, with attention and stuff like that. And these guys are, they're really good at just showing up for, it's like they make a plan. Buzz is talking about, he makes lists. He was talking about lyrics, but I think the lists probably cover all sorts of topics, like,
The lyric, the logistics, some of the boring stuff too, right? Yeah.
Everything you could possibly imagine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
Yeah.
And how does
Not to do with music.
poetry? No. Yeah. It's
Well, those would be the
401k
lyrics.
numbers. Yeah. Well, Steve, how does that? I mean, not to necessarily bring up other bands, and you don't have to ask this.
dare you bring
I know.
up other bands.
I don't want to offend
On
Keith
Melvin's
Moore.
time?
I know, right? Yeah. Don't kick me out. But
Buzz is waiting.
Well, I was
Next
gonna,
question.
I was gonna mention a few months back. I think it was November, December. I had the pleasure of seeing you with Off at Sweet Spring Saloon in Los Osos, California, and you tore it up. And it was a great show, and good energy. And so I just kind of wonder, with being with Red Cross or those guys Off, how this maybe compares or contrasts a little bit.
Oh yeah, it's it's a different vibe in all the different bands. It's different culture, so to speak. But there's also very common threads. They're all freaks. They're all weirdos. I feel like a kinship with all of them. Just a different bit. Some people like to get up early. Some people like to get up late. It's just like those kinds of things. Yeah. And then also just like the Melvins, like I was talking about how, they'll plan 6 months ahead, and they'll come up with like all the different things they want to do, and then they actually follow through and do them. And that's just it's a rarity to find in a lot of bands. But
So there's a lot of like vision, I guess you could call
the
it.
Melvins also, in my experience, they load out early. They get to the venue early, and they leave as early as possible, which I find to be a very helpful thing if you're going to do 8-week tour and not be a wreck at the end of the day.
And what was surprising to me is here we are. We came here like a little after 10 a.m. and you guys are here in the studio doing your thing. I mean,
I've been here since 8:30.
We requested if you guys be here at 9:30 a.m. Right? I believe.
we're not the early birds.
Oh no, I did hear Buzz say on the phone like, "Oh, can you tell them 9:30?" And they said, well, how about 10:30?"
I have been here since 8:30.
Wow. So we held you guys up. I apologize. Well, okay.
Wow, yeah. Buzz was here at 9.
Buzz was.
I was here early. I had a bunch of stuff I was gonna do, so I got a lot done.
I have other stuff to do today. Yeah. Yes, we do.
You guys are busy guys.
Well,
It's a
we need to
test-
go practice with another band that we.
That's true, yeah. Oh, Dale's been playing at Dale's in Red Cross now.
And I even managed to weasel myself into Off every now and then when the
Oh,
drummer,
yeah, it's
when
true.
the drummer can't.
I
do
almost
it.
said it to make God sidetracked with two and all Keith, but Dale and I play in 3 bands together now. Yeah,
Wow.
so-
I didn't realize you had the Red Cross.
Yeah, Red Cross, and then he plays with Off like whenever schedules permit and or demand.
Well, Mario would sometimes Mario's also in multiple bands, so sometimes there's stuff that comes up and he's already got something booked. So
Multiple Mario.
multiple Mario, but actually we are
Super Mario. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Next month we are flying out doing an off show, flying
In
the
Detroit,
next day,
yeah.
flying the next day to start a Red Cross tour. So
We're doing a month long together.
I am staying home.
And Buzz, I was gonna ask Buzz what he's up to, but you guys will be enjoying the
He's-
rock star life.
Buzz gonna be working on his hair and things like that. He's gonna be perfecting the buzz cut.
Yeah. I know. We were talking fans out there, in the future, you may see a VIP package, including the buzz cut, available at certain select shows. So stay up, go to the website, stay up on all the latest. That may or may not be a
I think that's
perk.
a good VIP package.
You get a haircut, a buzz cut,
Yes.
his choice, his choice of whatever style. Right. And then
You get a gossip, and it's a gossip session
And then-
while you're getting the buzz cut.
Okay, so you can talk dirt and see what's going on, what the latest Hollywood rumors are, TMZ style from Buzz. Have you heard anything, Buzz?
VIP.
How's Kim Kardashian doing?
There's VIP parking at the methadone clinic now in Hollywood.
Nice.
They have valets down there.
Can you imagine that? God, I love the future.
Drugs again. Drugs.
it
Yeah.
is LA. They do have VIP parking for. I mean, they have valet parking for everything here.
The
They do.
methadone
If you
clinic.
go to Jumbo's Clown Room, which is a strip club,
That's true. There is
there's
valet
parking
at
the
Jumbo's.
strip club.
And at the methadone clinic.
Right, of course, which is right next door.
But it's
For one.
You guys should play at Jumbo's. I remember seeing the Tenacious
we
D
should.
movie, and Kyle Gass had a Jumbo shirt on.
Have an inn at that place. Those guys.
I've never been there.
Steve knows one of them. Maybe you can get us a gig at Jumbo's.
I'll work on it.
Through
By
what-
the
Stay
stri-
with Tenacious D.
That would be cool. And the stripper pole, and Buzz will be spinning around on it.
We'll change our name to Two and All D.
Okay, nice. He knows what's up. This guy's
Yeah.
Well, guys,
Steven's got a gold album hanging on his wall from Tenacious D.
really? Wow. Okay.
I,
I met Kyle Gass. He played at the New Slow Brew. Real gentleman, really nice guy, and I don't know.
you bought it.
Yeah, I bought am I wrong about the public image?
I'm kidding. No,
No,
Ky-
Jack
Kyle's
Black.
a
Don't
lot
get
of
me
fun.
started on him, but Kyle was.
No, Jack's terrific. No, I played on the first album.
Oh really? Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't know that, man.
Yeah, well, now
Brought
you
it to have you
do.
autograph.
We brought you here to school you.
How do you think we got him in the band?
Yeah.
We heard the Tenacious D record, and we're like, who's this rad ass bass player?
They're like,
Look at your LinkedIn profile, man. There's some impressive stuff on there. Yeah.
they're like, this record's not very funny, but God, the bass playing is sweet.
Tight slap bass. Yeah. Well, well.
I did do some,
Tight slap.
I did do some slapping on that. No, I'm kidding. I don't think I did any slapping on that record.
No slap.
What did Iggy say?
Slap that bass, I slap your face.
Who
So
said
we
that?
heard.
That's an Iggy. Slap that bass and I slap your face.
We heard
Yeah,
you said that to Mark
was it like he skipped over in the middle of the show and like,
Probably.
hey,
Wagged his finger in his face.
while he's doing this, slap that bass and I slap your face. Oh
You
man.
guys are awesome, man. I appreciate you letting us in because the three of you together, the core, the heart of Melvins. This is a beautiful thing. Your wife, right, is involved in a lot of the art design, sleeve design, and some of the fans that were in line at Sleep were talking about that. So, what's that process for her? I mean, does she just put out stuff and you look at it and say this is great for this next single that we have, or do you actually go to her and share? Does she listen to the music before she designs the sleeves? I was just kind of curious about that.
Well, a lot of times she'll listen to me playing the songs at home, but she doesn't listen to music, doesn't listen to her. I mean, I don't walk in and she's sitting there at her computer listening to a Melvins record, I'd be like, what the hell are you doing?
Damn it! What's wrong with you, honey? Yeah.
Are you out of your mind? Are you trying to kill me? Both of us have really weird senses of humor, and that was one of the things I liked about her from the beginning. And it's dark.
Yeah, good.
It's very dark. But I let her do whatever she wants, and then there'll be some things where I'll like, oh, that's really cool. What are you making that for? Because she does stuff for lots of different things. And
Yeah, we want to plug it. Check it out on Facebook. Mackie Osborne Designs. A lot of cool art, different mixed media stuff on there that you can check out.
Yep. And so, we've done almost all of our work covers with her on major releases since Stoner Witch, I think was the first one, or Prick. Prick was the first one. And we've done everything since then. It's in-house. I might suggest some stuff like, I don't know if I like that font. I don't know if and so we work really closely together when it comes to those sorts of things, but I don't walk in and go, here's a list of demands for the cover. Yeah. It's better to let the artist do their thing. Yeah. It's sort of be like, hiring a painter to paint a picture of your family and then standing over their shoulder and no, do this, do that. You already trust. I mean, to me,
She's a professional.
I already trust her as an artist. Just like I trust these guys. I might have a few suggestions here and there, but by and large, once you've set the creative spark down there, in my experience, to let people do their thing and you'll have a better result.
Yeah, it's a beautiful philosophy about the creative process. And for you, Dale, being in the band for so long too, his wife's work, you felt that it sort of captures the spirit of what you guys are putting out musically pretty well.
Yeah, sure. In fact, I just hired her today to do my solo record cover, and I said, I don't have any ideas. I'll give you the credits, and you come up with something.
Just cute violence.
Yes, I could see that theme. Yeah.
Cute violence always works.
Yeah.
You can take something like a skull and make it cute, and it works.
The juxtaposition of those things is just classic.
Yeah, and her designs are great. Like the most recent thing was the Crystal Fairy record, and it's real. The packaging is great. It's amazing. So it's really cool. And I mean, I don't ever say like, oh, do this or do that. You know.
Yeah.
It's always a big surprise when the records come out. So I can see it, how great it is.
Yeah. Well, guys, thank you so much for your time. Appreciate it, Dale. Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Steve,
Thank you.
Thank you, and Buzz. Thank you so much, man. All right.